if you have to define IT sector and what are the different profiles people can look at it?
Starting with project manager, then with project manager to director, senior director. I would say one most important thing, attitude. How I see myself in 5 years, right? Where I'm going. Am I going to be just a programmer or can I be something more?
So, hello everyone. Namaskar. Welcome back to Wisdom Whispers with Abhishek Mittal. This is not just yet another episode. This is, you can see that we are doing it different this time. It's a virtual session. Why? Because I have a different guest on the show today. He's joining us from New Jersey, US, and that's why we have to do it virtually. I'm not able to travel to US to record the session. So let me quickly introduce Balraj Adhana, who's our guest today. So he's an IT professional. He has more than 20 years of experience. So let's welcome Balraj Adhana to the show. Hi Balraj, welcome to the show.
Hi Abhishek, thank you.
It's great to have you, Balraj. Balraj, आगे बढ़ने से पहले आपसे जानना चाहेंगे कि आपकी करियर जर्नी क्या रही?
Yeah, initially I never thought I could go that big, right, in the career. I have been into different segments of IT technologies, right? Started as a Java developer. It was very interesting. A lot. I used to hear a lot about Java when I was in college. So I said, okay, this is it. I looks like I got it. But that was just a small fragment of it. But when I started working on different things, Java is a ocean of things. And then there is a cloud, then there is microservices, there is Spring Boot, right? Technologies always keep coming. But what I was more interested was in that can I get into some segment of business domain, and that's where the finance and then the insurance segment, which is very big in United States, I got chance to work on those big segments, and that's where it started flourishing. I started getting the idea, if I can hang on to these two pillars, I think I can get there.
So what I understand now from your conversation is, though you have through some terms जो कि मेरे तो सर के ऊपर से गई, but still I can relate to it somewhere. But so two aspects हैं. One is your technical aspects and one is your functional aspects, as you said, right? Because you get into industries.
Right.
आपने बोला कि finance and insurance. So industry में knowledge gain करके now you have achieved something where you are. So, but when you started as an analyst, when you started with, so Java developer, as you said. So Java developing में
Right.
जब आपकी first job लगी, तो वो क्या था? उसमें experience क्या मिला? उसकी expectations क्या थी? और जब आज कोई fresher join करता है, let's say after completing their post grad or grad or even after a couple of years in some other industry, तो expectation क्या रहती है उनसे?
So whenever you start your career, right, the expectation is very minimalistic that, okay, you are given a unit of work. Say you are writing a Java class, which need to compile and run. As simple as, okay, you have written this program. It is supposed to do certain function. Is it doing that or not? Right? We are not worried about how this will work in a bigger picture for this domain, right? So all I used to worry about is, can my program work? Can this Java page or UI page can show that button, and on click of that button, can I go to the next page? Right? Those kind of things. Literally, that's how it started. And it was all about curiosity when you are in the beginning of career, right? Are you curious enough to learn? Right? That was the key. And it was very interesting. I mean, in the beginning, yeah, you have those challenges in the beginning that you need to learn something new. But yeah, if you keep consistent,
okay.
You can get there.
So you talked about कि initially तो बहुत basic stuff से start करना पड़ता है, right? And slowly you learn because you are curious. And you really moved into the next level, and then you grow as a professional, as an individual. But it's a technological industry where technology changes everything and now.
Mhm.
So how you keep yourself up
Right.
to the speed of the industry?
So it's not just what you are
Mhm.
doing in your day-to-day job. Okay. Yeah, that is important. You are doing that. But can I keep myself curious around the industry? What is going on? Right? How you can keep yourself updated? I read blogs every day. I spend that 5 to 10 minutes, and that's really interesting. Whether it is a video blog or anything online, right? Small newses about talking about technology. So I have subscribed to some of those, and that's where I read, okay, what is going on today, right? What is going on in
Mhm.
financial domain
So
itself,
so
right? Yeah.
क्या ये जो क्यूरोसिटी थी आपके, आप जो यू आर सेइंग अबाउट क्यूरोसिटी, राइट, ये शुरू से थी व्हेन यू स्टार्टेड योर करियर, और दिस हैज बीन डेवलप्ड ओवर द इयर्स? बिकॉज होता क्या है ना कि जब हम एज अ फ्रेशर ज्वाइन कर रहे होते हैं हमें कुछ पता ही नहीं होता, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, कि करना क्या है. सो क्यूरोसिटी तो हर एक चीज एक नहीं है,
Right.
राइट? जैसे आपने कहा कि अच्छा यू हैव सब्सक्राइब टू फ्यू एरियाज जिससे आपको नॉलेज मिलती है, अंडरस्टैंड कि आजकल मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है. तो वो क्यूरोसिटी कब आपको लगा कि अच्छा यार ये करना चाहिए?
Yeah, so it doesn't come on your own, as you said, right? In the beginning, you're
Yes.
just okay. I got the job, right? And now there is some salary coming every year, every month, and I'm enjoying my life, and all is good. But when you hear the stories from your managers, how
Yes.
they got where they are, right? They keep talking about some of those wisdoms, how you can come there, right? So, are you
Yes.
coachable? Can I help you get there, right? So those things helped every here and there, right? They used to share some of those wisdoms. You can start very small with 5 minutes a day, and you can
Mm-hmm.
build something, right? That's how
Okay.
it got started. So really, not in the beginning, as you said. Yeah, but slowly, when you are like 3 years into the career or 5 years into the career, then you start understanding those things. Because in the beginning, oh, my manager is saying something.
नहीं, बिकॉज इनिशियल डेज पे तो
Yeah.
यही होता है ना कि जो आपको टास्क दे दिया, आप यू आर जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन दैट. आप चाहते हो कि वो अच्छे से कंप्लीट हो जाए, है ना? सो नाउ
Right.
from this same thing, I have another question for you, which I would like to know more from you is कि जब आपने स्टार्ट किया था तो आपने कहा कि कुछ बेसिक एक्सपेक्टेशंस तो हर एक जॉब प्रोफाइल की होती है. हाउ दिस हैज चेंज्ड over the time, and now when someone is starting new into this software development industry, what they should focus on when they are joining new into the organization? What are the things which they should look for?
So yeah, definitely from the time,
Yes.
right? I'm talking about 20 years from now, right? So a lot has changed, definitely. Expectation is too much. If you look for the job profiles for fresher also, oh, you should know this, you should know machine learning, you should know this technology, that stack, right? That's not a fair expectation, to be
Mhm.
to be exact. But can I be interested in those segments? Do I have very
Mhm.
basics of those things when I'm coming to start my career into those segments? So if somebody says, "Oh, I want to learn machine learning and AI," but was I curious enough to at least have
Mhm.
some basics of it, right? So that could be something to start your when you are starting your career. Have some basics, right? Don't come blank. So that helps. Give that person who is bringing you in to help you get coached and then get ready for the job that you are going to do.
Okay. Already you have talked about mentors and coach a lot in the last 5 minutes. What you think in the software development industry, this mentoring and coaching is like an inherent part, and one who's joining fresh into this industry should look for that?
Definitely. If you are not like ready to learn
Mhm.
and get coached, those are two inherent things that will get you really, really good settled into whatever segments you are trying. And when you are
Mhm.
coming into the industry as a fresher, right, the expectation is, okay, can you do very minimal of things, and can you
Mhm.
learn if you don't know, right? So learning is not just, okay, somebody is teaching you, but if somebody has told you, okay, this is the thing that we need, can you figure
Self-learning,
out
right?
something on your own?
You're talking about that.
Okay. So self learning, yes, self learning at the same time, कि अगर कोई आपको advise कर रहा है
Mm-hmm.
on the job, right? Is it your senior or is it your supervisor? If they're helping you, okay, this is the thing. Can you figure it out? Right? It's just not that you are alone on there.
Mm-hmm.
You will get the help, but the intent is कि आप वो figure out करने की कोशिश भी कर रहे हो खुद से, right? You are not just relying
Okay.
on the support.
Okay. So I know because I have already covered self-learning or learning as such in one of my podcasts, and I think बहुत ही important aspect है. I think every industry, but technological industry has been evolving. So आप कुछ start करते हैं और वही करते रहेंगे तो you are irrelevant in the industry. I still remember when we were studying, I started software programming in Foxpro, right? So it's irrelevant now. So similarly, Java को आपने Java.net पर ले आए. You have been transforming into this industry every day. So self-learning is so important. Thanks, Balraj, for sharing that. So Balraj, next is, so let's say when I've entered now into this software development industry, what are the 5 skills or which I should have to be a successful software developer?
So day one, you may
Yes.
not have those skills, right? But slowly
Mm-hmm.
you can acquire those. So simple is, are you able to understand the
Mm-hmm.
technicality of it, right? So programming,
Yes.
right? It's a logic. Are you good with logic? Not? Okay. Can you come across and
Uh-huh.
try to learn it? Okay. Can I write a program which is logical, right? Can I understand a program
Mm-hmm.
that is already written, right? So one is, am I able to understand the logic? And second is, can I
Mm-hmm.
create a new logic, right? That's on the technical side of it. But at the same time, can I be
Mm-hmm.
consistent with things?
Yes.
That another skill, right? And I talked a lot in the previous section
Mm-hmm.
that can I be coachable, right? That doesn't mean somebody is coaching
Yeah.
me. Can I coach myself with self learning? Then definitely fourth segment is when you define your growth path, right? How I see myself in 5 years, right? Where I'm going. Am I going to be just a programmer or can I be something more? So how to get there? Definitely, there is a learning evolution that happens. So that piece, right? And definitely, there is when we say
Mm-hmm.
software engineering, right? There are some basics of software engineering which talks about, and exactly you said,
Yeah.
right?
Hard skills. These are
Things,
hard skills,
right? So
right? Which
hard
I think
skills.
college में पढ़कर आ रहे होंगे. इतना तो basic knowledge we all expect
Right.
when you are joining, right? कि programming के ABC तो पता
Right.
होगा. We don't have to make you coach
हाँ.
you the language.
या तो उसमें थोड़ा सिंपल कर सकते हैं कि सॉफ्टवेयर
Uh-huh.
डेवलपमेंट लाइफ साइकिल क्या है, राइट? बिकॉज इट हैज इवॉल्व्ड ओवर टाइम. अभी तो
Yes.
स्प्रिंट्स में काम होता है. अर्लियर इट यूज्ड टू बी, ओके, इट वाज ए वाटरफॉल मॉडल कि पहले रिक्वायरमेंट आएगा तब देन इट विल गो फॉर 3-4 years of development.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not like that anymore, right? Every month there is a finish line, right? You have to finish something in a month or in a 2 weeks time. So things have
Raj,
changed.
this industry को ना maximum people who are joining in this industry specifically, they look this industry as an opportunity to travel abroad, right? And that's the thing.
Right.
I can relate it to you as well. When like that's why we are doing it virtually, because you're already sitting in New Jersey, and you're doing wonderful work there. But I want to understand कि ये एक इंडस्ट्री ऐसी है जिसको हर कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी की तरह देखता है, एंड दे वांट टू सी दिस एज एन ऑप्शन टू गो आउट फ्रॉम इंडिया एंड वर्क ग्लोबली, राइट? सो व्हाट आर द टिप्स व्हिच यू वुड लाइक टू शेयर विद एवरीवन? and why people should not just look at this industry as an opportunity to settle abroad, but there is a lot to do outside of this as well.
Yeah, definitely. As we are talking
Yeah.
about the skill sets, right, and coming and living that dream, right? Everybody's when we are kids or when we are growing up, right, we have some dream, and it could be just settling abroad. One could be one dream, right? It's a big dream. Yeah, it's a good thing to have. But at the same time, can I be good in the niche area
Mm-hmm.
that I'm planning to develop my skills into? Right? It could be IT, it could be anything, and anything can get you abroad if you are persistent enough into that thing. Right? Uh, I have my friend here. They are very different. They are
Yeah.
in architectural, right? Structural architectural segment, and they are in US. They are settled, and I was like, "Come on! I thought IT is the only profession which can get me here,"
Mm-hmm.
but it was not true. Right? So if you can be very good at what you are doing, right, and that doesn't come on day one. That doesn't mean okay you have to be 100% at day one, but can I learn it? Right? That's the key. And yes, you
Lovely.
can get that
So
dream.
सपने देखते रहो. सपने पूरे करने के लिए consistently काम करना पड़ेगा, which is very important, right? So Balraj, one
Yeah.
thing which we have been talking about, and you have already touched about machine learning and AI and ML, right? How these new Gen AI kind of technologies have impacted or improved what you are doing right now?
Yeah, there is a lot of things have changed. Today, as I said, when I started my career 20 years ago, you have to
Mm-hmm.
write your own program in some notepad, right? And then the tools came which helped you make it more efficient, right? Now, instead of writing in a notepad and figuring out, oh, what would be the syntax, and that's actually helping you with the syntax. Today, you just tell a AI program, okay, give me the basic structure of this, right? I want to write a calculator which will do mortgage calculation for 20 years, for example, right? And it will do, and it will write that program, basic program for you. Now, being into the industry, you know what exactly you
Mm-hmm.
have to change that code to. So yeah, that basic things are coming to you so handy, so you can focus on the real thing, right? Real problem that you are solving. So yes, that's where
Okay,
it is
and do
going.
you, and I know I've asked this question and I got beaten by so many guests earlier too. That future क्या दिखता है, right? We have been talking about Gen AI, right? And how it is evolving us all over job profiles. It's not just and you are the guys who are making us work on these technologies because you are the brain behind these Gemini or Chat GPT who's doing wonders. So, what do you think? What will be the future with these technologies?
So definitely there is a evolution on a wider scale, right? If you see, technology is not how we used to see it before. It's helping in different areas, but anything that new comes, right, it comes with its own goods and bads. And here also in AIML, right, it can be leveraged for good, but it can be leveraged for bad as well. So while there are regulations coming in picture, we can literally utilize these skills. So whoever is coming new, I would advise them, okay, keep your focus. Even though you are getting some skill ready, have these things also as part of your bucket list, right? So if somebody says, oh, I'm very good at this technology skill, okay, have some knowledge around these um, AI ML programming things as well. Whether it is a tool, right? Just have that
Okay,
understanding.
okay. So the future looks very bright.
Yeah.
Though I think a lot of companies have been using these tools, but use cases अभी बहुत limited है where we have got the success. But I think this is just a start because Google is also an AI, and which is a very big success. And I think a lot of us are using that on a daily basis. So I think all these Gen AIs and AIs will also become a regular day to day part of our lives somewhere. It's not just job related, right? Anything. Even my daughter uses ChatGPT for her assignments. So I think it's such a great tool. She doesn't have to come to me कि अच्छा पापा ये बता दो क्या हो रहा है, बट उसी चैट जीपीटी जाती है, पूछती है और हो जाता है. So that's how things have improved. So Balraj, like now, I hope you are also involved in a lot of hiring, right? So when you hire people who are coming fresh into your company, or in your previous roles and wherever, what are the 2, 3 things which you look into these people?
So I would say one most important thing, attitude. And that's the most important thing other than what the person knows. Yes, definitely. You need to see that if the person is analytical, but just analytical and okay, I can do a lot of programming, but is your attitude right? Right? Can you again, when you come into the mix of team, can you work with team? Right? Those things, and those are important things because the person is not going to work alone. It will be a team where he will work, right? So
I know this might be the starting question. I hope, but maybe we can cover it now as well. IT sector is a very broad sector, right? Software development is one part of it. If you have to define IT sector and what are the different profiles people can look at it, why I'm asking it, because hota kya na, ki a lot of people, they join Infosys, TCS, Wipros and Cognizants of the world, in India specifically, and in initial years they work for 2, 3 years, then they move out, then they do their masters in business administration or some other courses, and they move out from the IT industry. There might be something which they don't like, right, in that particular work which they are doing. So what are the different areas people can explore when they are looking at IT as a sector?
yeah, there are definitely a lot of different segments. As you talked about, business analyst is one role, but there are not just like okay, if you don't like to do programming forever, right? You can evolve to the next level where can I run a team of people, right? That starting with project manager, very important role, but now that is coming in a mix of a product manager, right? Can I be a product manager who is handling end to end product, and where to take it in next few years, right? Then there are different roles that comes into the seniority as you move along, right? Going from project manager to director, senior director, right? Can I be a CTO in some company, right? There are a lot of startups these days who are looking for people who are coming from big organizations and can help them build what they are looking for, right? So that visionary, right? Because if you have seen a bigger scale operation, you can help small scale operations. So instead of moving out of IT, these people, right, who are in IT, they can help those companies, right, which have a scale of 300 to 500 people. Because if they are coming from 50,000 plus people uh, industry, right, they know what kind of different challenges are happening day to day, and how a a startup or small company can learn.
So with this, Balraj, I think uh, we will we'll just have one more last question, and then we will end this section. Uh, you have like 20 years of experience on your back, right? ऐसा कोई इंटरेस्टिंग किस्सा जो आप हमारे साथ शेयर करना चाहे, जिसमें either it was a fun moment or either it was a challenging moment, जहां पे लगा यार यार मैं क्यों क्यों यहाँ पे बैठा हूँ, मैं फंस गया.
Definitely, technology comes with its own challenge, right? So, ऐसा situation हुआ है, not just once, multiple times, that you feel like, okay, how do I come out of this, right? And challenge could be very small to very big, but कई बार क्या होता है कि you figure it out, right? But वही है कि जैसे शुरू में बोल रहे थे कि पेशेंस चाहिए, बट कई कई बार क्या होता है कि पेशेंस नहीं होता है आपके पास. You have to deliver something. So it was one of the use case where we were working on key. There is a data stream coming from outside, and we have to handle that rate in which it is coming to our systems. Okay. And we had a deadline of, okay, this should be consumed in 2 hours. And the underlying the software was not supporting it. We had a lot of challenges around that. So the decision was that can we use something else, right? It's not just that hardware, right? Can we use something else? So that's where two or three brain had to come together and figure it out. But yeah, it did happen, but it was like, okay, mind boggling that, okay, how do I finish this, right? It was taking 8 to 10 hours to consume that data, but the requirement was that in 2 to 3 hours you have to finish consuming so that all the downstream systems can use it.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
yeah.
And I think you picked up one important aspect here, brainstorming, right? So how good this technique is in your industry, in your work?
It is an important thing, especially when you are working on a new problem, right? Any new problem, or if it is a big chunk of work, right? How do I find out that who would be the right person to take this up, right? Because all the things are unknown when we start on some new project, right? So that's where we do the brainstorming. We figure out what are the modules, and in different modules, how do I find somebody being with a different strength, right? That's why you have a mix of team, right? Somebody has a different skill better than me, and that's where we do that. Brainstorming helps us identify those.
Okay, great.
So that's it.
Great.
That's
Thanks, Balraj. I will just ask my audience that, guys, if you like this conversation, please do like, share, and subscribe. And do reach out to us if you have any particular area to deep dive. We will try to cover more in our upcoming episodes. So Balraj, our audience and our listeners would like to know more about you, right? It gives us an opportunity to know more about Balraj Adhana. Who is he, right? So Balraj, as you said, right, you read a lot. You have subscriptions to certain blogs and other subscriptions. So, what is your top area to look for? Right? Is it a particular technology? Is it a particular industry? What you really read?
Believe me, you won't even agree to this, but I'm actually gadget freak. From the beginning of my career, right? I used to even open computers and try to figure out how do I upgrade it, right? Those were very basic things, but now I try to find out how the technology is evolving, right? So I open any gadget and try to fix it. If it is broken, can I fix it?
I hope you are not
read about that.
one of the person from Three Idiots. You're not Amir Khan of Three Idiots, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not able to fix it.
Even he was not able to fix it. Even he was not able to fix it. Amir Khan opened that refrigerator and it was kept it like that. So
yeah. But I try. I mean, sometimes I try to figure out things like why it is working certain way. So just curious.
Video games or watching cricket?
Video games.
Video games with whom? You play alone or you have partners?
Now with my daughter. I mean, in my age, there are no partners anymore. Yeah, I'm not finding people who are in my age and interested.
Oh, there are many, Balraj. Yeah. You can just go online and you find many gamers around. So
yeah, it's like I don't have that much time these days, right? So whatever time I find, I mean, I sit down with my daughter and play.
Balraj, हम लोग अमेरिकन ड्रीम की बात कर रहे थे, right? I think people only look at one side of the life, right? When you are in America or when you are in some other country and you're enjoying that life. What you miss about India?
I mean, it's not easy staying here away from family, right? That's one big thing. Friends, right? You're sitting here. I could have been in your company in India, right? But now the only way I connect with you is virtually, right? And whenever you are in US. So it's that kind of disconnect, right? And I feel that. I cannot participate in a lot of things, a lot of functions that happen in family and friends. So that's a important part of that social culture that
But I know,
we grew up with.
but
तो बहुत मिस
that's
होता है.
sad part of it. But I know that you over the years you might have built a big community in New Jersey as well, where you have so many friends to cherish all these moments, right?
No, definitely. Well, I mean, you try to find a extended family. That's what happens, right? So your friends around you becomes your family, right? But it's like, okay, you are trying to justify
Yes.
being away from family by
No,
finding
absolutely.
extended
So,
family.
what you do to unwind yourself? How you how you cut down yourself from work and what you do?
Yeah, there is small things, right? Game is one, right? Playing video games or trying to find time with family, right? Just take a break, go out. Especially, I love nature. I lived in Pennsylvania for a couple of years, so it's so much rich in nature. So I just go out alongside the river and just calmly sit down in a camp,
Nice.
right? Like that. Or
Nice.
those are the good things.
And
Yeah.
do you have any hobbies which are still there?
Yes. They are still there, but it's just that
Yeah, that's
can
why
I
I'm
find the
saying
time?
अभी भी है वो या
So,
वो
yeah.
वो छोड़ आए हम वो गलियां.
I really want to go back to that. Yeah, but that's where the thing is, right? You have to pick your sides. Now the family is there, right, and kids are there, so you become part of
Yes.
their hobbies.
So
So
Raj,
that's
one last
how
question
it is.
of this section, and we will close with that. Is what success means to you?
That's what it's a very tough question, right? If I say this, success doesn't mean money. That I realized over time. But can you build a your ecosystem? I would say, right, in which are you with your friends? Are you with the people you love, right? And you are able to enjoy everything without worrying about finances, right? I don't have to worry about, okay, if my daughter is looking for something, I have to think about, okay, where the money will come from. So definitely that's how I see the success, that okay, it's not everything, but whatever you have, can you
Lovely.
be happy with it?
राज, इतने काम नेचर का जी इसके पीछे की सच्चाई क्या है और ये कैसे मेंटेन करते हो? आई नो यू आर सच अ जॉली पर्सन एंड बट जो ये काम नेचर है, इतनी शांति से बात करना, इसके पीछे क्या कितनी मेहनत जाती है?
कुछ मेहनत नहीं जाती है. आप अच्छे से वाइफ के साथ बात करो, अपने आप शांत हो जाते.
Yeah, I hope Neetu is not listening to this conversation. So.
Yeah, that's what. Don't say to her.
No. Thanks a lot, Balraj. I think such a great conversation we had. I hope our listeners will learn a lot from this. So, thanks a lot, Balraj, for joining us and sharing your wisdom with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was very
Thank you.
pleasurable conversation.
Thanks, Balraj.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
So, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining us for this episode with Balraj Adhana. We have talked about that how we can pursue a bigger dream, and for us, bigger dream does not mean going abroad, right? Settling there, but bigger dream in the IT industry is like how successful you can be and what you want to do, right? So हमने बहुत कुछ सीखा आज बलराज से. He talked about that we have to be persistent with our efforts. He talked about how we need to be inquisitive. We need to be curious to learn to new technologies. We need to be self-learner, right? Because this is such an evolving industry that we cannot just sit and work on one thing. So please do focus on working on these things. And when you join an IT industry in a software development, do keep learning new aspects and keep a bull's eye on a lot of things outside of just what you are doing, because that will make you a better professional and that will help you grow as an individual So please work on it. If you like this conversation, please like, share, and subscribe our episode. If you are listening to us on an audio podcast, please follow us. And if you have any suggestions, any feedback, do write to us. We are available on Gmail, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You can reach out there. So that's all for today. I'm Abhishek Mittal signing off for now from Wisdom Whispers with Abhishek Mittal. Thanks.